So the inspiration for this episode comes from here.
But if you are someone who does hear voices, like here's an actual mental health tip, just give them a name. My guy is Hitler.
And then it died. The inspiration just kind of faded away. Not enough material about hearing voices. But you know what does have material?
And because of what happened to my sister, like, I know so much about suicide.
Just like one says, for every degenerate, you need a suicide forest. I guess we're not gonna talk about voices in your head.
I'm winning wars inside my head. Not beneath the cover, undefeated in this world of mine. And you can move my body, but please keep my mind. I am reborn to rule. There's a sea of need. Don't try to save me when my mind is running my own world. Then face your reality. It's not enough.
Alright guys, let's begin. The greatest threat to Asians is that thing where you sue yourself and you lose. Okay, let's save all the Asians. Let me give you the best advice I can possibly put together. And how about we don't make jokes about it? How about we don't bring it up as an option? Let's see if this works. If you're thirsty, you want water. If you're hungry, you want food. If you are running out of love, you want ship. So what do you do when you're running out of life? Oh, you just give up. It's over, guys. Oh man, I just ran out of life. I guess it's time to give up. There's so many ways to do this, but the best way to do it is to forget that that's an option. You can die in so many ways, my friends. Life is cruel as it is, but there is a reason why certain things don't kill you. They can kill your career, though. That's what we're talking about right now. Anna is getting the third strike, inspired by the fact that she's way too open about all these topics. And she thinks that being open is the way out. Chances are that's not the case. In Psych2Go's case, being too open just simply looks like they are scraping the internet for as many views as they can get away with. In fact, popping out as greedy in very recently. Still greedy. They actually deleted this pinned comment, I imagine.
But when you're all ready,
Like, this is Titanic right now. This is the biggest pivot point of drama. It has become, without clickbaits, it's pointless. It's crazy. What's going on here? It is absolutely crazy. Deadmaus Drama has evolved into a completely unbelievable spectacle, and these YouTube channels going down a little bit, that's not gonna do anything. Alright, they're just getting a little bit of exposure for being bad. What's happening here is uncontrollable, kind of like bullying session of like, oh wow, you are a piece of fucking shit and you need to be bullied. This is the biggest rat we ever found. Definition of rat combines trying to leech the YouTube and flexing mental illness or using mental illness as sort of a way to engage with the society, I guess, that watches the videos. It's hard to explain, because this channel does not even have a personality. It's never going to expose itself for doing bad things. Usually people feel pity for creators, which makes catching them very annoying, because like everyone already has settled of like, oh, Asmongold is not that bad. It's just his personality, you know. People put that up front in order to paint themselves as that's just what I am, right? Like there's nothing I can do about it. And unfortunately, things get generally worse. Gamer from Mars is like the greatest example of things just suddenly getting worse for no reason. Some talk about mental illness, some do not. You can't call breast cancer mental illness, but it is in the lineup of disorders. A lot of people's behaviors in a line of disorders. And being too open is probably one of those things. Now, I heard voices. And guess what happened next? And then I stopped hearing voices. It was kind of a combination of environment, lack of safety, allowing that to happen. I heard voices to the point where, like, shit, is that telepathy or something? Because that's crazy to me. She does not explain what happens. It actually says that kill yourself was the voice, which is like, what? Who died? Well, oh, you don't know? Her sister, apparently. She made things worse, and her sister was bullied. Making me think that there was some kind of family problems. And of course, because they're Asian, they don't care about each other. That would be too much work. The parents put pressure on their children as much as they can. And children don't actually bond with each other. That's how I imagine Asian families function. Because they're next to human portal. It's a whole different world. The concept of human portal, very simple. For some reason, this region has the most human beings. So a human being as an asset becomes completely useless. You don't feel like anything. And this becomes, you know, the leading cause of death because of your culture. Because nobody cares about other human beings. Everything is like an ant. And sometimes you will feel like an ant and you will feel insignificant. But the simple thing about it is you have to bounce off this topic. Stop thinking about it. Stop contemplating. You have to live your life as best as you can. Because you have something. You have life and you don't want it to just evaporate. There are tough situations. And sometimes you have to gamble. Maybe you're gonna bump into a good person. Maybe you're gonna bump into a serial killer. It is, life is tough. And you gotta sometimes gamble in the end when you hit rock bottom. But otherwise, if you can live like this, I'm sorry, bro. You have no right feeling wrong. I try to dissect Anna's personality, and it's the slippiest slope of all time. I found most insight of how other people interact with her, basically. This is Mr. Harry Potter himself.
I'm your resolve.
Oh, my fault.
I think bro just fished.
Anna. Life literally threw me Daniel Radcliffe.
I would offer to buy you a coffee, but you obviously...
I am...
Oh God, you're married. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
It is so weird that this is the opening joke, because all of a sudden, what we are witnessing here, well, it's brain rot. It's the first episode, is literally the vibe, okay? And you can argue that every single YouTuber is extremely single and they cannot hold a relationship. That's the second vibe. But the third thing about the situationship here is that Anna kills. Alright? She just kills the vibe. How does she achieve the brain rot levels that she achieves? She kills the video. Like, why is there a ring? Like, the dude is like, why are you showing me ring? Does it matter? Like,
No, I'm not married.
I'm not at. So what does this mean? What it means? What it means, bro? This is the craziest shit, bro. And it's like, this is how I feel about most of her videos. I'm like, she says something, it's like, what does that mean? Oh,
This is, for me, from me.
You bought that
he asked to, like, buy her dinner or whatever.
for yourself.
You know?
Person that they'll wait for me. Well, yeah, but what if I'm not ready?
Situation you're in. All you can do is react to it as openly and as honestly as you possibly can.
What is her response? Her response is not to use brain cells, my friends. Her response is to kill the damn thing real fast.
Wait, is that an invitation to kiss you?
No.
Why are you being smart on me? Like, that's crazy. Don't do that. So the transcript, don't you think love should unfold naturally? What if I'm not ready? Are we ever ready for anything? Said the cliff man, and
You can't
added,
control the situation you're in. All you can do is react to it as openly and as honestly as you possibly can.
you can't control the situation you're in. And then she controls the situation and assumes crazy things and pretends that that's a cool joke for us to watch too. And you can see how she is killing two birds with one stone, because holy shit, this is super duper brain rot. The way you treat big ass celebrities like that is the way you treat the audience at the same time. And it sucks, bro. It really sucks, bro.
No.
Okay, just checking. And when real
Just checking, bro. May I win? Do I win? He wanted to be smart on me. Do I win? Is that what's going on? What is going on? So I'm trying to crack this personality open in this video. Because, like, holy shit, man. This is just not normal. She adopted some kind of principle that makes no fucking sense. The end result is this plus this. This is the worst type of content I've ever seen on YouTube, guys. 1 minute sponsorship, 1 minute acting, and it's like acting with yourself, and you put on mustache, and it's like, this kind of cringe acting. And the third minute is reading scientific papers, hoping that you actually give a fuck about the subject. You know, and you're stunned of like, wow, this scientific paper says this. Whoa! Crazy. This is where we ended up at. And I'm like, damn. I wish I knew. I wish I knew that what it takes to get this bad on YouTube. There are some topics that I can dominate because they're generally interesting, of like why undereating is lethal, but everything is lethal, and this is actually best form of, you know what I mean. Best form. You're literally putting gun to your head and you're threatening, if there's any drama, if I feel stressed, my body is just gonna shut down. And it might be game over. That sort of awareness is important, but again, she does not. She just throws different type of awareness. It's more like taking pills and hoping that they will stop you from thinking or some bullshit like that. Pills can only slow things down. It's like putting yourself in a freezer. Having less energy to think about things. So, yeah, she just scoops up that science, bro. And I hate science, unfortunately. But science is not wasting our time. It's compiling information in hopes to find something believable, right? I mean, I did my fasting of like 15 days. Pretty brutal. And all I was thinking of, like, if I am captured by authorities and I really don't like to be in a jail situation, I have power of this, of ending my life, right? Fuck. I ended that. I have the power to escape a terrible, terrible situation just by refusing to eat. And it's very easy to acknowledge that that's just a potentially human instinct, who knows? Or people just don't know how to push themselves forwards to treat food properly. Who knows? Obviously, she's not going to give context. This channel's not going to give context needed to actually make proper decisions. It is just going to discuss the factoids. Alright? It's going to make you slightly more aware. But if you don't do the work, I mean, you learn absolutely nothing. What's the 1 minute of acting, you might ask?
Bestie, I'm really concerned that my friend has an eating disorder.
So, while she's acting, she's creating one character that is extra stupid. In order to be extra stupid. And not feel bad about it.
Oh my god, Bessie, you were... Oh wait, that is... Oh, okay, I mean, I was just noticing...
The reason I don't
And it's like, it ends up with her accusing the stupid version of having an eating disorder, and it's like, oh, I don't actually have it, and it's like, now the brain rot happens, where you don't actually need this information. It's not deep lore, it's just gonna be cut off, it's just filler arc of stuff that you don't want to see. If you want the bit to work, might as well commit to the bit and do more of this crap. But this is also brain rot in case you don't like it. In case there is no main character. What I'm talking about? I don't know. I don't know what this series is. It's YouTube Originals, guys. It must be good. It's high school, it must be good.
It just grinds people up into little bite-sized pieces.
Oh! High school kills people. Oh, wow. What an insightful mind she has.
Buzzsaw that grinds people up into little bite-sized...
Yeah, so high school is one of these guys, am I right? Welcome to my death trap called high school. I invented it. I am so smart. I'm literally kind of hearing this for the first time in a way, like I didn't pay attention, and I'm like, she always talks like this. She's always like having this things kill vibe. Everything kills. Including me, mostly. Because that's just how it goes, bro. What's the opening sequence? Some notorious, I guess, teacher or even principal himself hang himself. It's like, what the... Bam. Dead. What else did she say? Oh! She comes up to the girls and it's like, oh, we did this like socks trend and we have to kill the baby.
Ugh, 4 days. Ugh, it's out of control. We gotta kill the baby.
Call it.
Bam. Kill the baby, boys. That's her language. It's absolutely insane. And again, for a very long time, I feel like there was no main character. I did not like anyone. Anna was not likable anyways. Alright, and she was doing just a bunch of random things that she was way too comfortable, you know? But then, shows up.
Oh, really?
Piper! Yay! I will give you more of this later. But literally, Piper steals the show. Cool! We killed it. And everything else is trash. Not worthy of your attention. She had an abortion, guys. And it's like, oh, I used to laugh at all these other women. Like, she did the same thing here, of like, I used to laugh at all these other men, but then I tried to live that life. I accidentally made a mistake. And bam slam goes the baby. And bam slam goes the relationship that apparently was toxic till the very end. It's like, come on. She literally has lack of thinking skills somehow, and is so proud of it. Just so proud of it. Despite trying to be that person who gives advice at the same, like, what? So you don't have lack of thinking, and now you give advice, and you're worried about Asian S rates. Okay, it's like, what the? You're mixing all the wrong ingredients. I'm almost questioning of like how many appearances have she made talking about this, because I kept hearing S, bro. Like, come on, man. Maybe we can start from here. It's crazy.
Like, did you know for young Asian Americans? But do you
They're my target demo. Like, what?
advocate for Asians? Your girlfriend
Really? It's hard, isn't it?
to turn down that out of your mouth, Amanda. But dick doesn't matter. Both will ruin your life.
So the big question, is it worth talking about this? Or is this not worth it whatsoever? Trying to pretend that you're an advocate for something is definitely a front to push yourself to talk about it more when you're on a stage to be a comedian. It's like you're just talking about it and you can't find the way. Like, she genuinely just panics. Just like in the brain rot video, she is making a brain rot video. I'll give you a recollection of that.
In the Ouija we trust. Waffle House would have kept quiet. In the Ouija we trust.
Luigi, boys. Interesting. I don't like billionaires. Maybe we can find a good solution for that. But she brain rotted the brain rot video. Like, she does not give a fuck whatsoever of self-reflection. She does not actually pick up on all the information that she goes through. It is like extra disrespect. So I'm starting to think there is a combined principle of all of this. It's called living too fast. Living way too fast. I'm like, bro, she's zooming. She's everywhere. She's doing everything. What is going on? And everything dies and kills. You know? Everything is an extreme case of something. Like, what the fuck? And she, like, so disrespectful in her own videos. With herself. If you don't believe that this is brain rot, then listen to this sentence.
That showed altered gray matter volume in college students with cell phone dependence?
There was. There also.
And it's just fun for her to just say that. It doesn't say it's good, it doesn't say it's bad. You have to actually decipher for yourself what this sentence means. And we're talking about phone usage because that's where the brain rot is coming from, isn't it? And it's like, well, if you watch this video, the only coherent part is like, yeah, you take the back damage, you take the neck damage, and you sometimes lose focus when you're supposed to be focusing on the road. You focus on the phone, and you crash your car. Bam slam, of course. But the brain rot was actually kind of denied throughout the video, and I'm scared of watching these at this point. Excessive smartphone use is associated with the health problems in adolescents and young adults. Wow, great. That was the actual interesting part. And that's it. Usually there's like 2 nuggets of information that you can derive some good conversation out of. But as a genuine YouTuber, she cannot stand on her own 2 feet. She has nothing. She just has candy for thought. That's it. if you look at her as a respectable YouTuber, you are not gonna find the wholesomeness within this. You're only gonna suffer, basically. Alright? And technically, that's also what rats are. They're not wholesome. They're people who upload content and end up wasting their time and everyone else's time because their content is not refined to be watchable. Case in point with H3, with Asmongold. And absolutely, Anna is in that category where her content is refined-ish. Not really. It's pointless. It's pointless unless someone picks up the topic, picks up what she cares about talking, what ideas she brings to the table, and actually expands on it to like a 20-minute video. And then it becomes a wholesome topic talking about all, like 3 things at once, connecting some dots. I'm capable of doing that, and I see this as like trash content. And the funny thing about trash is that it can be recycled. Beautiful. I hate that the biggest resonance about improving, self-improvement, is just death. And it's like, bro, what? Aren't you supposed to stay away from death to improve yourself? Most people just don't care. And you cannot give that careless attitude. You cannot give too much cynicism for them to chew on. I don't think that's a good idea.
Disney. Why Disney's here on his dead sister, not a dead mom.
Oh my god, this is hilarious! I wish she was funny. Yeah, this is absolutely insane to just make jokes about it. She doesn't seem to truly open up and talk about it, or have a series where she does tend to open up. No, it's like everything is comedy and everything is science. Everything is Asian, bro. It's so Asian right now that I can barely see a reason to care. This is so crazy to me. Some opening up was happening here, but it's just like, that's it. Hey guys, don't do that one because, yeah. Then she tries to do the other thing of like, I believe it does conclude of like, this is so hard, might as well die from in a natural way, alright? And I completely agree. This is the best conclusion you can draw. Just give in to the nature and you'll be fine. The following contains topics of oopsie doopsie.
What's the rush?
Yeah, what's the rush? Literally her problem of living too fast.
Oh, baby, you can die anytime.
But what's the rush, right? That's a very weird way to say that you have to let nature take its course and you have to stop worrying about this thing that's available for you, technically, that can end all your problems, technically, but are you kidding me, dude? Do you think there's no problems on the other side? Well, you become disconnected. You didn't try. You become more of a loser, potentially, on the other side. And definitely you will not be a role model to anyone. But hey, she found it. She found that brilliant move. Maybe she can find that shut the fuck upping is also a brilliant move. That you just don't manifest negativity and it's gonna be fine. Now, granted, she does not show like gruesome images of herself and does not like subscribe to some kind of like Halloween theme all the time. Oh, why she started?
So I saw old, and I remember she's the only person who made me laugh after my sister died. And I left that.
Again, self-deprecation is one of the top subjects comedians pick up on. But if you're already famous, I don't recommend self-deprecation. I don't fucking recommend that.
My dream. I was like, I want to get. No man.
But then she quit stand-up.
I stopped performing even though I came to a show. And
So a stalker has cut her off from making stand-up? It's just like, what is going on, right? Why are these like extremes making her do things and stopping her from doing things? Extremes do that. Like, she cannot control anything at all. Eaten by my... That's the gruesome thing to
when
say.
I die, I want to be eaten by my cats.
And yeah, let's paint it as a funny little thing. I'm not gonna let her do that. You're just gonna have to click for yourself if you are this brave. See how much stuff just packed in there? Of like, well, this topic is very, very juicy. Might as well go for it. Full speed ahead, right? She created a comedy tour just to talk about that. That is just so weird. And it's a comedy tour. It's not like a TED speech, nothing, bro. It's the worst of the worst. It gets darker, bro. Sure. I'm stunned, bro.
The only proven way.
That's one of the ways to just like literally... Oh, ban ropes, razor blades, belts, shoelaces, bridges, medications. Just nerf the whole world. It is important to find the solution, technically. The biggest solution is shame. You know? Become these people's enemies. Like, oh, you're doing this, what a fucking loser. No one cares. Let's go. Don't live too fast. You must understand that we live in a world of capitalism where you live in privacy, and as sad as things gonna get, it's best to defend yourself, to protect yourself, to arm yourself, even to attack other people and go to jail because of it. Is better than whatever the fuck this is. It's better to attempt to change your character, aim for something different, give up on some kind of thing that stresses you out. Like, the options are unlimited. Sometimes you'll wake up in a Western world like I did, and this is the moments where I was in trouble, when I was starting to hear voices, when this was attacking me, basically. I was living in the Western world, and I would actually even suggest everyone to just, like, travel. Travel away from places where the rent prices are insanely unaffordable, where you're being leeched, basically. You're being robbed every day. Just go to a place where you are welcome, and it's cheaper, alright? Find a cheaper place. Find something affordable. Find nice people. You can do it.
Suicide. Proven ways. Methods. But the Japanese
Pretty much.
suicide forest, right? Proven.
She did not finish.
Please don't kill yourself. Suicide in 2007. And it was
And we'll never forget that. It's in our
Devastating.
faces forever.
act made
Like, she's using her dead body to just toss it around. Hey, guys, I was inspired. I want to talk about this. All this crap, basically. There is a problem, obviously. The world has opened up. The technology is there for Asians to talk to anyone else who does not contain themselves in terrible headspace, who have different problems. Communication can actually kill, voices in your head because you're actually talking to another person. That's the way you escape. You become addicted to something else than listening to your own voice. Hallucination, basically. It's crazy. Because it's hallucination, right? All this shizo stuff is hallucination that you basically create for yourself. You overreact to something, your brain is full of, like, either medication, chemicals, or fears, anxieties, all kinds of, like, crippling thoughts, basically. And you start having these hallucinations because everything fucking freaks you out. The best thing to do is find someone to talk to, and you must understand how easy and hard at the same time it is. If you're brave, you can live life fast. You can find other people to connect to. If you're a little bit too shy, you can do what I'm doing, is create art. Put yourself out there, and slowly people will start resonating. Is that simple. See, the thing is, she brings up the topic, and the topic falls flat. She does not have the end game for this. She's just in a panic mode, and does not put good enough effort to even build reputation. It's all falling apart. Like, people not gonna want to watch these videos. Like, it's dead. It's dying. It is depression. And her comedian career is also not going very well either, right?
There are hurting. Could become.
What a bunch of losers. Could become a subscriber. Yep. This is the most rat thing you can say, by the way. The most rat thing. It's like, oh, you guys hurting? Let me talk about this topic right now. Let me try to relate to that. Unfollowed, you don't care though, because you already lost your soul. That's a little weird. That's a little weird thing to say. There's not enough context. I love how honest, though, Instagram comments actually are, though. I got comedy vibes, but I was confused in the end. Till the end. There are a lot of, like, desperate people. This is just sad. There are a lot of desperate people clinging to content like this. So it's not unimportant work. What she is scooping is kind of like death material. Like, if okay, I don't want to make jokes about this, but maybe that's why she's losing a lot of viewership. You know, it's very temporary subscribers. Oh, that's it. That's it, guys.
Are hurting, and that.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I mean, that's how I imagine a crazy cat woman to go up on stage, and that's the topics she would be talking about, right? My sister committed suing, you know, and then it's time for me. I was very inspired, but there was a stalker that kind of like paused my comedian career. That was a stalker. You know, it made me very uncomfortable. But then I came back because I have so much more to say. And it's like, let's go, bro. This is the most uncomfortable shit of all time.
Suicide Forest.
Mm.
Right? Do you guys know?
So, Logan Paul got referenced twice now with his forest thing. Because of his forest thing, like, they're the best couple of all time, I would say. She should bring Logan Paul into the Rat Fest, you know, where we laugh at rats ratting on YouTube. Because he be ratting, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, guys. This song, bro, it fits right in there. See ya. Oh my god. Do you know how this connects? Like, holy shit. The vibes are insane here. I tend to pick a random song for every single Deadmaus episode, and it often just clicks into place so tightly. This one is also, like, insane. Hearing voices in the head, but it's like, it's all about this, it's all about that, and it's fucking crazy. Of like, do you know what kind of dark thoughts do I have in my head? It's like, imagine the things that come out of her mouth is 10 times more darker inside of her mind. Absolutely. She's an insane person that you should stay away from. That's how bad it is.
Going around on TikTok or bear and taking his own life. But the bear, I mean, his wife left him.
Would you rather meet man or bear in the forest? Specifically in the forest, in the S forest. S tier forest, guys.
Prevention advocate.
It's like, if you have anything to do with this, how about you commit that on that career choice, and then we're all good to go. Like, just stop. And yes, prevention is important, but how are you gonna fucking find these people? The unfortunate thing, war, famine, all the bad things, they're just gonna be happening. The best thing you can do is open up yourself for conversation, let people speak to you. And even then, you have to lower their expectations because you're not gonna save them. If they have mental problems, they have to deal with them by either exposing themselves, finding a solution, sucking it up. But again, it's good to take advice from people around you and let them know that you're struggling, all that shit. It's just that simple. Conversation kills all the mental illness. Which is potentially why your mind attempts to give you a voice in your head, because you need conversations. You need to feel that other people surround you and that you can talk to anyone you want. And I actually generated a very heartwarming sort of like interaction. I just come up to a complete stranger. I'm like, I have a story to tell. And I didn't have a story. I just hop into his car. He says he was in the Vietnam War, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. And that's it. That was like a simple interaction. He drops me off into like a fast food place, buys me a nice little meal, and it's like, wow. As much as I sucked in that interaction, it was also a brave and a beautiful thing that I will never forget. It's just, it's crazy to me. I also met like a homeless woman. And it's all happening in UK when I'm like dealing with voices in my head, right? She just approaches me because like I look sad and I look into the water, and just like I spent way too much time. I just spent 3 seconds, 3 minutes, bro, in night's time, and a homeless woman just approaches me of like, oh, you don't have home or something? You shouldn't be doing that. You should be like NPC walking to your destinations. So I went on a whole fucking adventure, basically, pretending to be homeless for a little bit. Because she purposely misunderstood that I have a place to go. I'm fine. But then the homeless woman was just like showing off all the places I could go to sleep. You know, all the little corners. It was definitely nice to see that people generally care. You do need to, instead of trying to kill yourself, how about you kill your fears and start approaching people and asking for help, genuinely fucking tugging their clothing, and it's like, hey sir, please help me, I'm like in trouble right now, can you do something? You might encounter a nice person, you might encounter people who don't care, which is fine. But you might actually encounter a nice person too, and it's just the greatest shit ever. That most people forget. Most people just die in their own isolation chambers, and it's just crazy to see. I was able to open my mind. I was like potentially dying because I was running out of options, but what was happening, the mental illness was kind of like pulling me towards other people and asking me of like why other people get to live good lives and I can't. You know, that sort of thing. It's a very rational thought process.
Is if at first,
you know, this is from now on what the rant's gonna represent as well. You think you go for something. You think you're representing a topic and you're trying to help other people. But in actuality, you're not doing a very good job. So let me help you, but in exchange, you get a strike. Because I don't appreciate anything you're doing. You're spreading negativity more than solutions. You're spreading comedy and thinking that that's the solution. But you haven't put in any thought. You're just looking for quick fix, basically. Which is absolutely terrible idea. Because this is the quick fix. This is the quickest fix to all the bad feelings that you have. Oopsie doopsie. Let's go. Fix things very fast for you. So, she just looks for a quick fix while being an influencer. You know, constantly reminding us about cancellation and that all these people should be subscribers instead of, you know, ending their lives. It's like, what the?
If you don't succeed, kill yourself. Are so afraid to get bad grades that...
Yeah, they make these jokes, unfortunately, and that's why it hurts, because those jokes are being made by your parents. Your parents constantly remind you that you don't matter. It's the most painful thing, and they have to give you painful things because they want good grades. They want you to succeed. Fuck you if you're not doing well. You have to do the best. You know, you have to be the best. There's so many people to defeat in this life. You cannot lose. Asians definitely under a lot of pressure, and you can't help them. Again, just like wars, famine, all kinds of bad things. If you're next to the human portal, prepare to get trampled. Prepare for your esteem to get completely wiped by everyone else around you who do just better. Who are just better. No matter which direction you go, there's someone just better at it, unfortunately. Someone can even sell LED signs way better than you can sell anything else. Alright?
That's not even a stereotype. It's at such a rapid rate.
Yeah, they want to know why.
And all of them
Why?
found a lot of shit about...
Yeah, their parents are giving a lot of shit. And I would say Anna is kind of trickling that shit down the same fucking way. That she's becoming one of those Asian parents herself. It almost kind of put me to tears where she could have had a baby, but... and she even thought about it, of like, maybe that would be cool.
I'm not gonna go have an abortion.
Am I ready to be a mom? No. Is Dick ready to be a dad? No. Financial means to support a child?
She was only 7 days pregnant, so she was able to prevent this pregnancy because she's full of this, I guess, fear brain cells. If something is in fact killing her, she was able to prevent that successfully. And technically, that makes it not so serious.
I'll admit that I liked being thought of as pregnant. See how I would be treated.
Yeah, I mean, that was the moment that kind of like made me emotional. Yeah, most people think they can't handle having a baby, and instead they're gonna have those 3 cats in exchange. She could have had something, but, you know, we're all living in this isolated world, and we want to prevent suffering so damn much. We will scrub that off the floor if we have to. Pull that out of our bodies, bro. Wash it away. Any suffering. And it's not a bad strategy. It is, in the end, like, isolating the world. But hopefully the theme is gonna change. So yeah, she can't stop talking about it. This word being mentioned in literally every clip, or her dead sister gets mentioned. And it's just like, oh, she just lives in that vortex. The other side of Anna has to do with interactions with men. Mainly, right? The dating advice, this Radcliffe still kind of plays into the same thing. What to do when your life falls apart. Alright, let's see it. A lot of shit is on the line right now.
Exactly a cliche, but it definitely...
But it's this meme. She's living way too fast.
Yep, difficult, to say the least.
Feelings are fake.
And no,
Let's read that shit, bro. Remember, if you're in crisis, No, reach out to the nearest person who cares. If you give people difficult tasks like calling, the text line is interesting though. If, as a YouTube CEO, I would probably create like a chat room basically where people would just send sad thoughts and something interesting would happen that would make them cheer up, I guess. There's AI right now that you can talk to, but I am scared that it would do the same thing and it would do these NPC talking points because there's more of those talking points. So I'm not sure, and I've gave my best shot at giving advice on this topic. So let's see. Let's see what she can do.
Just can you do? Seriously, all I've been doing is drinking,
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
ugly crying,
That's pretty bad.
and trying to distract myself from this whole mess because the only actually
That's usually what you do. We noticed that. Literally, yeah. So much stuff has been on the card, and that's what she has been doing this whole time. We notice exactly this pattern of behavior. Crying on stage, trying to distract us with shitty content. I'm not sure about the drinking part of where you can find drinking. Maybe she's just a rich person who can handle that.
First off, family. Everyone should have a support
That's correct.
group.
Text everyone she knows. As darkness creeps in.
Or if you're not in therapy, get into therapy. Because
Wrong advice.
he or she can and crying. And that's good, but I think enough sleep, maintaining exercise.
Going to someone who will give you proper advice one time, yeah, fair. But this being the go-to thing to say over and over and over again, and it's not that easy to find a person like this, now we're in trouble, alright? Maybe in a privileged world of America, therapists are just laying in every fucking corner, you know? But I haven't actually witnessed that either. I think this is the most unicorn bullshit people talk about, but it doesn't actually exist. And at the same time, you can still just Google it, you know? Find the advice. Find the book that would tell you the same exact things of, like, how to deal with all the mad feelings or whatever. Therapist is much more difficult to find than a fucking library.
This month. Okay, that's life. Full disclosure, I'm not there yet. I'm still in the despair part.
Yeah, if you cannot stop drinking, then you're fucked. I guess the drinking part is the downward spiral that is happening. It's burning her entire channel down. It is bad enough that things are bad, but things are potentially getting worse and worse. When you live too fast, your life loses meaning. And this is the usual consequence that people get into when they live too fast. It's this. You live too fast. Like, Asians want to learn way too many things too fast, be the best too fast, take over something too fast, bro. They get speeding tickets over and over again. They feel like losers over and over again to the point where it's like, I guess I can't be the best, and the next best thing is just giving up on everything. It's like, what the that's not what life is about. Life is not that fast, bro. Stop zooming. What is fast is how fast rent steals your money. That's pretty brutally fast. Alright? Oh shit, half of my money just gone next month. Yay, art.
Hobby of bouldering and rock climbing, so I can like hang out with.
Yeah, just like crabbing and probably getting more speeding tickets. It is best to slow down, I would imagine. Can't believe she didn't end up watching YouTube videos for inspiration.
My friends and body and mind, and anymore. I'm gonna die alone. But if your life dreaming wanting to die,
I think that's pretty crazy. You can't stop doing that. Just keeps on collecting speeding tickets. But yeah, maybe don't complain about being alone. That was 8 years ago. Surely things have changed.
Cry. You could go to the stairs and watch
Why complain of being alone when you can just say that you're dateable or something? I don't know.
into this. Trying to have a good.
That's that one thing I will never understand about YouTubers. They have a platform, and they can't figure out how to create dates out of it.
Good time.
Tough,
You could be
man.
trying to.
An artist, a photographer.
The question is, like, why does she feel bad? You know? Very simple. So incapable of helping anyone at all. Oh yeah, last 5 minutes belong to Piper, so get the fuck out of here, Anna. You're not the main character.
Well, then
Suddenly I can watch this. Because Anna is like the most boring little shit that started this series. Now we have a hoe in here. Let's
I have one
go.
question for you.
That was supposed to be a joke, guys.
It concerns Mr. Chowders. It's gonna feel like you're jutting out your chest because you are.
Never even heard of Grace Home. Where'd they find her?
Okay, that's too fast.
You're perfect. Come on.
Wow, someone has to see it.
Day. I just never thought I'd actually ever be here playing with you.
You've got this, okay?
Are you sure?
Just remember to connect with the emotion in this speech.
If you need context, who Piper is Ainsley, of me keeping an eye on her if I can actually direct contact.
Comes in every day, hoping that today's the day that someone notices me. If you drop a check in the Grace Ho box, then we win. Not me.
That's pretty badass, not gonna lie. It's almost having a sister is a privilege, isn't it? She's almost like generating one right now. But she cannot call her sister anymore.
Congratulations. I want to say thanks for everything. This is so cool. Not by me. You didn't even know me.
I like a Cinderella story.
I just meant about us.
Oh. Guys, I gave her exactly what she wanted.
As a woman.
Well, unfortunately, I'm in. I can't get out, which is probably Piper did not get as much screen time as you would think. Starting off the series, she got the little Cinderella story, but she also got to invade her channel. It was the most beautiful thing. I will never forget that. So far,
Felt like a dude who was obsessed.
my third episode did not have much to offer for me. So the story just kind of ends, I guess. The excitement ends, but that was sweet. So yeah, maybe she does have a sister character living in her channel. She got a little bit, you know, from her channel, but she's constantly, every single day that she uploads, she kills. You know, kills the vibe, for sure. She comes for blood. Can't stop. I'm hoping that third strike is going to be the final strike, and we're not going to see her escalate, because past this point, what's the worst that you can possibly do? You have to surprise me. I don't know, there's some Snapchat thing going on. Thirst trapping, man, I don't know, dude. At that point, I don't care anymore. Just stay out of trouble. Peace. Rat out. Oh, yeah. See ya. See ya, boys.